Latin term for that sentiment is Carpe Diem. Now, who knows what that means?
Carpe Diem. That seize the day.
Very good, Mr.
Meeks.
Meeks. Another unusual name. Seize the day. Gather ye rosebuds while ye may. Why does the writer use these lines?
Because he's in a hurry.
No. Ding! Thank you for playing anyway. Because we are food for worms, lads. Because believe it or not, each and every one of us in this room is one day going to stop breathing, turn cold, and die. I'd like you to step forward over here and peruse some of the faces from the past. Did they wait until it was too late to make from their lives even one iota of what they were capable? Because you see, gentlemen, these boys are now fertilizing daffodils. But if you listen real close, you can hear them whisper their legacy to you. Carpe Diem. Seize the day, boys.
Now, what you just saw is a scene from the very well-known movie Dead Poets Society, and it is one of my most favorite movies of all time. Mostly because it really taught me a lesson when I first watched it around like 1st or 3rd grade. It taught me to like really just set free and like just try to seize the day, really, you know, because like Mr. Keating said, we're all gonna die one day, so we gotta do some before we die. And that's why I seized the day before. But this is not really to talk about my journey of how I seized the day, because I seized the day again, if that makes sense. How, you may ask? By facing one of my biggest fears. Now you might be wondering, what is your biggest fear? Is it the fear of darkness? The fear of large things? The fear of the deep blue ocean? No, it's the fear of reading books. Because, to put it simple, reading books kind of scare me. Because school made me scared of books. So I'm making this video for a specific reason, because my English teacher, Miss Didakis, shout out to you because I know you're watching this video right now, wanted us to do a little project where we have to seize the day, because we actually watched Dead Poets Society to do this project in the first place. Now this project was due for a month, and I already finished the recording like just recently, like literally last week, and now I'm just editing, which by the way, it's like 12:42 a.m. It's Wednesday 24th already, and I'm just editing the video, so I basically got 3 days. This is not gonna be like my really edited. I'm gonna have some funny parts, of course, but it's not gonna be like edited super heavily. This is really just like a documentation of how I seize the day, and how I seize the day by reading a book. And what book you might ask? Well, that's gonna be later in the video. So for the viewers, aka just either like subscribers or just random people, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video of me basically making this video. I don't know if I'm gonna make more IRL content like this, but I would be interested, like, you know, doing some fun stuff IRL. That'd be pretty cool. And for Teach watching this video, I hope you enjoyed this, because yes, I'm not joking, it is 12:45 a.m. in the night, and I'm just editing this video now because I got all the footage done and now I can do it. If I release it a little bit late, I'm terribly sorry, but hopefully this video makes up for it. Other than that, yeah. But I think it's time that I let past Ryan take over. So, see you on the flip side.
Alright, is this thing recording? Oh my god, bro, why does my hair look... Bro, I look like I came out of the dryer. Okay, hold on. Let me set up my phone. This is good enough. I think you can hear me. So, if editing Ryan has said before, yes, I am going to a field trip today. Oh my god, I can't stop looking at my hair. But I'm pretty sure editing Ryan said that I'm going to be going to a field trip to probably one of the biggest libraries in Montreal or Laval or in Canada in general. I don't fucking know. Well, I'm gonna be buying one book, and I'm gonna have my friend Elijah with me to probably help me find a book that I might enjoy. And for the whole month, and maybe until before the last week where I can be able to edit the whole video, I'm gonna be reading that book, giving my thoughts on it, and giving a proper review of it. But yeah, it's currently 8:21 p.m. I have it from my Google Home. I'm gonna show you guys. 8:21 p.m. And I'm gonna get ready. Of course, I gotta fix my hair. That's why I don't look like I came out of the dryer just recently. And I'm gonna be recording myself, if I can, at the library, getting the book that I wanted. If not, I'm just gonna editing Ryan, jump cut to if I'm back home and I didn't record anything, even because I wasn't allowed. But I really hope we are. Yeah. Cool transition.
Are we in the bus? We got my boy.
Hello.
Bro, I can't even introduce yourself. Alright, we're in the bus. We're gonna go get the books, and after I get the books, I'm gonna find him. He's gonna help me, and I'm gonna you know, read the book and give my thoughts on it, like I said in the start of the video. So, log the fucking. Ah, shit. We made it, bruh. We made it, bruh. All right, so we in, and right now we're gonna go get some food before I actually go around and buy some books. Well, I'm just gonna buy one book, but you know what I mean.
I'm gonna buy
How many books? How many books is this guy gonna buy? How many? Yeah, he's gonna buy. He has like 3 boxes where he's gonna buy a lot of mangas. I'm not gonna go bankrupt for over books, so I'm just gonna buy one book and some food, and that's it. But you know what, Ryan, let's do a cool transition to when I get to like Burger King or whatever. All right, so we got the food. I got some Subway. We were lucky enough to find the Subway. Shout out on the Subway. I didn't even see it, to be honest. I got the cookies. I'm gonna eat this food, and we're gonna go get the books. And I might go to Burger King to get something else because I'm a fat ass. If you're wondering, I took Ruby the Cherry's order. It's one of my favorite artists right now. I took his order. I'm gonna eat it right now. Let's go.
Aku sayang, kamu juga sayang.
So, in like 6 minutes, I was able to finish the whole food. That was loaded. That was really good. Still a little bit hungry, so I think I'm gonna get some more food, but I need the socks first, so walk in, chat. Alright, so what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
we're gonna buy some books.
That's right, we're gonna get some books, and most likely I'm gonna get a manga, and we'll see if he can help me find a good manga.
Oh,
so
trust
like,
me, I will.
I will. Okay, he will. Okay, so trust my friend. Otherwise, let's get it. So snooping around for some books. I found some Dark Souls books. This looks sick as hell. Problem is, it's in French. So, yeah. So I saw something that caught my interest. This guy doesn't know. Do you know what I'm looking at?
No, which?
Smash.
Oh hell no.
Oh, even better. Let's go. Dude, some random kid handed me this magnet. I'm putting it on my fridge. So, what are you paying for? These 4?
Yeah.
How much do you think it's gonna be? How much do you think?
I'm just gonna call it 60 because I don't know how it's gonna.
It's gonna be 1 million. So I found the book. Oh, okay. So I found the book that I'm gonna get. Ryan, here's the book. Blurred the book though because I'm gonna keep it a secret till I get back home. And this is what I'm gonna do for the project. Until then, I'll buy for the book, and we're just gonna explore around, and I'll probably take some footage of me and Elijah exploring around. All right, see you then. Jeffrey Epstein. This is my boy Elijah. Got a full box of all the books he bought, and plus he has it in this box where he got Monsters We Make.
I could have bought more, but you know, I need to save some money. I'll maybe buy some more.
Yeah, like he got a lot, and I just got one book, and it's and Tyler. I mean Ryan. Remember to blur that out. But not gonna lie, should we get some boba? Should we get some boba? I got some money. Let's get some boba. Alright, so we're in a boba shop because I was like, yeah, let's get some boba. So with the total that Elijah spent on his stuff, it comes to a total of like $106. How do you feel about that?
Broke.
So guys, you can see we're in the bathroom right now. There's somebody here. Dude, what the freak is this? Condoms? Meth? Wait, no. Okay. Alright, so it's the next day. I was too tired. Okay, dude, but now I can finally reveal the book. This book has gotten praise. It has only 5-star reviews. Every book critic in the world has said this is one of the best books ever. Plus, Shakespeare read this book and was like, dog, this shit is so tough. And the book is Five Nights at Freddy's book. I know, it's so cool, right? Hey, yo, hold on, yeah. Hey. Alright, I know. This is probably the worst book I could probably choose for like a first reading. Cause, bro, why FNAF? Look, I went to the freaking convention because my teacher said there's gonna be half French and half English books. So I thought I would find something good because why read a French book for an English project? You know what I mean? And plus, French books just suck in general, and I don't like reading French books because they're gonna be like, I don't even know what. They're gonna put like so many fancy words on it, and I don't want to understand them. English fancy words I can understand because I have British friends, and British English is fancy, and they're mostly written from Britain. But the point is, yes, I took the FNAF book. The reason why is because there was only one English section, and it was so small. It was probably as big as my living room. I'm not even joking. It was really small and the selections were very limiting. So reading a freaking like 300, oh my god, I'm cooked. 300-page book
In a month! Dude, how am I supposed to do this? I literally have no choice but to read this in like 2-3 chapters a day. So yeah, will I read it today? Maybe, honestly, because I have some stuff to do, and also, I don't know. Actually, yeah, I guess I'm gonna read it today. Wow, I'm gonna read it today. I just gotta do some stuff. Oh yeah, seize the day. Seize the day.
All right, editing Ryan here. So you're gonna see me come back multiple times in the video because I'm actually going to be doing the resumes of each chapter. It's basically shortening up the video. That's why it's not too long. So basically, I read chapters 1 to 3, but also the epilogue. So we get introduced to our main character, Mike, and he works as a security guard at the mall. And he tells us how his life is kind of shitty. Before you can continue daydreaming about how his life is, his co-worker Jeremiah comes in and is like, "Hey Mike, how you doing, buddy?" And you know, he gets distracted and, you know, puts on a facade saying, "Oh yeah, I'm better." Basically the two start talking, and Mike Mike proposes to go get some ice cream, and they go get some ice cream. While waiting for the ice cream, Mike is focusing on the lady that's working at the cash register, and he's like, she looks kind of nice, I can't lie. But Mike just can't really, you know, shoot his shot since he literally physically cannot, and also he thinks that he doesn't look really good. But then after he turns his attention to a bunch of kids playing in the food court, and they're just kind of running around the place, and he kind of smiles to himself like, that's wholesome. But then after a long time of looking at them, he realizes that one of the kids is missing, and he gets a little worried and looks around for him. And then he actually finds one of the kids, but he's walking off with an old man. Now you can probably imagine what it is. It's EDP445! So basically a pedophile. He runs off and tackles the man into the fountain and beats the living shit out of him. And then it cuts to Mike at home doing his morning routines, which is doing some jumping jacks, just a little warm-up basically. And he goes to his little sister's room, Abby, to wake her up to tell her it's time to go to school. And Abby just doesn't want to go and stays in her little hidey tent. But Mike is like, "Come on, Abby, I gotta go to some places. Like, please, come on, cooperate with me." And Abby's like, "Well, it's not my fault you got fired from your job." Like, okay, damn, you don't have to roast your brother like that, like, bro. Then after Abby finally agrees to get up and Mike drops her off at preschool, Mike then drives to this one area, which is basically kind of like a help wanted place for people who want jobs. And the guy named Reglin recommends Mike to go to do another security gig, but Mike refuses because he does not want to work at another place to be a security guard. So he goes back home and sees Abby's caretaker, Maxine, sleeping in the couch. Maxine does end up leaving a little later, and Mike decides to give Abby some lasagna that was left in the microwave. And that's the end of those chapters that I read that day. So now, I'm gonna bring it back to IRL Ryan.
Recording. Yo, what the freak is wrong with my lips? So I know I said I would be reading it the next day or just after like 3 days. It's like 2 weeks. It's like 2 weeks later. I completely forgot about this. Actually, no, it's not. I didn't completely forget. I had barely no time. Okay. I had a math test, which by the way, my math grades are diabolical to say the least. I passed it, but it's not a high grade, but I still passed. Trying to get that up. And I just had little to no time to really, well, read the book. So now that I have free time, because I'm putting some YouTube in the background, Counter-Strike 2 videos, and I'm gonna read the book. My plan is to try to get to chapter 10 because, and you might be wondering, whoa, a lot of chapters, man. Why? I got like 3 videos to do, bro. The English presentation that I'm probably doing right now, a French presentation that I have due, and a video I want to get out right now. It's a Fortnite video. But now I'm gonna read. So, do I remember what happened in the book? Kind of, but yeah. Wish me luck. It's gonna be a long ride.
These are the resumes from chapter 4 to 7. So basically what happens is Mike is waiting for Abby's caretaker, Maxine. Mike goes to bed and takes this bottle that has pills inside, takes one pill and goes to bed. It's sleeping pills. And he actually gets this dream where, to put it simple, Mike was supposed to look after his little brother, which he just got distracted for a little second and saw that his brother wasn't there. And then after when he was looking, he saw his brother getting kidnapped by some guy. And he never saw his brother again. The next day, Mike is at the park with Abby, and Abby's kind of just hanging out with her friends, but she isn't really interacting with them. She's kind of just with herself, just drawing. Then after, a lady comes, and her name is Lillian, and is like, "All right, you want to come?" And Mike is like, "All right, let's do this." Basically, Lillian, Mike, and Aunt Jane. Aunt Jane is basically Mike's aunt, but also Abby's aunt since they're sibling. Basically, to put it simple, Aunt Jane wants to get custody of Abby since Aunt Jane thinks that Mike is a horrible caretaker because he doesn't have a stable job. He lives in a ditch. Not really a ditch, but he lives in like a kind of run down apartment, but you know, it's enough to, you know, live in it. And she just wants the custody money that comes with it as well, because she's a greedy. And Mike is like, you are not getting custody of her no matter what. And Aunt Jane just hands Mike the custody papers and he says, just keep them. I know you'll change your mind or whatever. And Mike takes them. Then after, he goes back home and sees Abby with Maxine, and he kind of just sits there and he's like, I need to do something with my life. Then he dials up Reagan and he's like, hey, is that security gig still up for hiring? Then after, it cuts to Mike going to the famous FNAF pizzeria. What the hell is this English? Pizzeria that we all know and love. So Mike goes into the pizzeria and he's, you know, getting creeped out and shit. He explores the place a little bit before going to the security area, before popping one of the tapes inside, which is basically the introduction saying, oh hey, welcome to the FNAF pizzeria. I know you're gonna have a blast in here. And Mike is just like, great. This place couldn't get any worse. And that's basically what happened during those chapters. So yeah, this was chapter 4 and 7. Now back to normal me. Otherwise, yeah, that's it for day 2. Hopefully I don't forget for day 3. So yeah. Hey ho, hey ho, hey! It is day 3 of reading Five Nights at Freddy's book. We are on chapter 8 now, right? Chapter 8. And I'm gonna continue reading this book. My goal is to maybe get, I know I said I was gonna reach chapter 10. I read like 4 chapters yesterday. But my goal is to reach until chapter 12 or 13. To at least get some like, you know what? Let's say chapter 15. I got a lot of time. Because I gotta get this done with. The editing process is gonna take a long time. So that's why, again, got some YouTube. Got Pretzel, my bunny on my side. I had the book. A lot of time. So, let's start. Alright, editing Ryan here. So these are the resumes of the chapters that I read during this day. So basically, after the tape was done, Mike decided to take the sleeping pills and to go to bed. While on the job, by the way. And he had the same dream of his brother getting kidnapped, but this time it was different because there was actual kids in it, but like different kids that he's never seen before in the dream. He tried to ask them who they are, but they just ran off. And when he tried chasing them, he woke up because of his watch saying, it's time to go back home. And he goes back home. The next day, while he's trying to set up a poster, Abby scares him, which he trips and breaks off the poster. Abby's wearing Mike's security outfit and is like, I want to come to you to work. And then Mike proceeds to shove Abby into her room and steal the outfit back. So he goes back to work, but this time a cop is there. And we learn that the cop's name is Vanessa. And Vanessa actually used to work at the pizzeria as a security guard, so she kind of knows the layout of the entire place and gives a little tour to Mike. Vanessa explains on how the place closed down originally, but before she could really explain even more, Mike's shift was completely done and he had to go back home. Mike got back home, and then after when he got back home, Maxine actually left to go see someone, and that someone is Aunt Jane. They meet up at a diner with friends of Maxine, aka her brother, her niece, and the friend of hers. And Aunt Jane explains on how she wants to basically trash the entire pizzeria. That's why Mike gets blamed for it, and then after, Mike will have no job and no money, and he'll have no choice to give Abby to Aunt Jane. So they agree on the plan and they go to the pizzeria and absolutely trash the place. But during their vandalism, Maxine's niece gets jumped by a metal cupcake in the kitchen and dies. But he screamed out really loud, which caught the attention of his dad. And his dad went to go check the kitchen but couldn't open the door. But he finally got a glimpse at his son and he was getting absolutely eaten alive. And he was scared to shit. And then after, somebody appeared behind him, Chica. So he decided to run away into a closet and hide in there. Then after, one of the friends of Maxine was actually in the security office being like, yo, dude, where are you? Let's go. And he tried to get out, but the closet door was actually locked and he couldn't escape. And when he turned on the little light, he saw that a giant big bunny was right behind him and he died in the closet. Now, the last dude alive tried running to the exit, but the exit was locked. And even no matter what he tried, it wouldn't open. And he heard some noise coming from the pizzeria. And before he could even react, Foxy lunges at him at full speed and he dies. And that's basically what happened. Now, back to IRL Ryan. Hello, editing Ryan here. So usually I would be explaining the chapters that I read during this day, but one of my recordings where I was reading, which is by far the longest reading session I had, the recording corrupted. So basically I lost all of the footage there. So unfortunately I have to skip all the way to the end where I was reading the last moments of the book. I'm so terribly sorry this has happened, but I guess that's just my luck. So yeah, again, really sorry.
Hello, bonjour, buenos tardes. It is officially the last day that I'm reading the infamous FNAF book. I said I was gonna read it actually I don't even know what I said, bro. It's been like a week. I was sick. I'm still like a little bit sick, but I'm fine now. I just got a runny nose and like somewhat sore throat, but otherwise I think I'm fine. And I got a little... Yo, see what I mean? So, I'm gonna be reading the book. I'm gonna be right here. You guys can see me. I can't put it anywhere else, so, like, this is the best view you guys are getting from me, because I can't do it anywhere else. You already know the drill. I'm gonna do this, do that, do a little bit this, do a little bit that. Yeah, dude, I could finish this today. It's just like 50 pages. But yeah, full lock-in. Let's go.
Alright, so I yapped way too much last time, so I'm just gonna be going really short. Abby Golden Freddy goes to pizzeria. Chica shoves Abby in animatronic. Mike escapes from a trap, saves Abby, gets jumped by a cupcake. Abby runs away. Mike gets the cupcake off of him. Yellow Bonnie beats him up. Vanessa comes, stops Yellow Bunny but gets stabbed. Mike crawls away. Abby wants to save Vanessa. Animatronics save Vanessa and beat up Yellow Suit Man, which was Vanessa's dad. Mike and Abby take Vanessa, carry her to the exit, and that's it. And then the end of the chapter. Mike and Abby are at Lillian's, the therapist. Apparently they're doing good. They leave the place to go to the hospital. They go see Vanessa. Mike is like, I have questions, but heal up. Good luck. They go back home, eat some food, have a laugh. That's really just all that happened. I could go on for a long time, but I did say it was 50 pages, but it's pretty long, not gonna lie, and there's a lot of details, so I'm just gonna go like that. But that's basically the rundown.
Alright, this is the official FNAF book review. Number 1, the story itself. Now, like I mentioned probably in this entire video, I know the FNAF lore basically. Not by heart, but I know like the base of it. Like FNAF 1, haunted animatronics wanna kill you. FNAF 2, new security guard. This guy stinks! Yeah, so the story, it's like nothing that shocking. If I was not a FNAF fan, yeah, this is creative, man. But it's basically, if you think about it, FNAF 1 with like maybe an no, not even yeah, it's like FNAF 1 with like an incy wipes of like FNAF 2 and maybe even FNAF 3. But otherwise, I think it's fine. Like, I'm gonna give this story like a good 8. Like, it's a good 8. Like, that's it. That's all I'm giving it. It's not a 10 out of 10 story. Now, when it comes to like layering and like the rollout of the book, well, there was a bunch of filler words saying that like, oh, the morning breeze was a nice little touch of air, and it felt so fresh that Michael felt like he wanted to go to McDonald's and buy a whole 5-pack of chicken nuggets. Like, we didn't need to all know all that. We didn't need to know all that. So like, it was kind of slow at times, so that's why I just kind of had to glide through these last pages, because I was like, bro, it's getting way too long, bro. So I'm gonna say like the thing is like a 5, really, at best. It's very bad. When it came to the writing though, like, that's still on the same topic. Like, I like the writing though, I can't lie. It was pretty well described, like, you know, the gruesome scenes. I was like, damn, bro, they got my whole boy cut up. Like, the writing wasn't that bad. I didn't think it was terrible. I think it was like it was alright. I would say like a 6.5. Now, my just overall score, because there's other things I could score it on, but I don't even know what to score it on. So my rating of the FNAF book is a 7. A 7 to a, okay, you know, I'm gonna put it in Anthony Fantano terms. Yeah, that was the Finance at Freddy's book. So I am feeling a light to decent 7 on this project. But yeah, like I didn't think it was terrible actually. Like I know it's probably better to just watch the FNAF movie itself. Holy shit, I'm yawning. I know it's probably better to watch the FNAF movie, but for a project and for a book, I heard that this is pretty accurate to the movie. Now, until I watch the movie and watch the second movie, which yes, there's a second movie, so there's probably gonna be a second book realistically for those who don't give a shit about the movie. Yeah, I'm alright with that. But yeah, that's the FNAF book, and either editing Ryan, I can't stop editing Ryan, or me in the future, aka tomorrow or whatever the fucking day I decide to do it. Cut to it. Wait, hold up. I don't know what I'm trying to do.
But yeah, that's the video. Yay! I finally finished that. But yeah, I'm not done recording. This is gonna take a long time because this is literally due today. So Teach, if you're watching this, literally the day it's due, this is me during that day, because dude, I didn't even finish it. So now I'm gonna full lock in and finish it. But yeah, that's me reading my first book. So of course, yes, a like 50-minute video of me just reading a book, that's kind of crazy. But I don't expect really anybody to watch this fully. I'm just posting it publicly because I feel like because I just want to. How about that? I just want to. So yeah. So whoever watched it fully, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And Teach, if you really did watch it fully, like you said you were gonna do it, I applaud you, because goddamn. But yeah, that's me seizing the day. So have I learned anything from doing this project? Yeah, because I think I'll read more. And what do you think I'm gonna read? I'm gonna read an actually good book from my friend Sakamoto Days. If you know what that is, then you know what it is. But otherwise, yeah, that's it. That's the video. So my next video should be like a Fortnite Simpson thingy, and then after I'm gonna switch it up with some other content that I've been cooking up for a little bit. But otherwise, yeah, see you guys next time, and it's time for me to sign out. So you know, I know how I'm gonna sign out.